Good day, everybody. My name is Dr. Francois Tessier, CEO of the Center for Complementary Therapy and Pain Management in Sri Lanka. Welcome to this series of Zoom interview, where you will discover the most amazing doctor, therapists, philosophers, psychiatric doctors, artists, shaman, etc., that are practicing in a way, in their own manner, complementary therapy. These people come from all around the world and have all of sort of different point of view. And today, speaking of which, we have someone very special. Today we are going to have also a very special subject, because our guest today is Dr. PMH Atwater. She is an international authority on near-death state. She is from Charlottesville, Virginia, in the United States. And Dr. PMH Atwater is a lead researcher in the field of near-death studies. Doctor began her work in 1978, and she wrote over 18 books, I believe, covering thousands of adults and child experiencer of near-death states. Her book has been published in over 12 countries, and some of her findings have been verified in clinical published studies in serious journals, such as the Lancet Medical Journal. And Dr. PMH Atwater have received numerous decorations, awards for her work, including the Nancy E. Bush Award for Literacy Excellence. So she has presented her findings for many organizations and schools, including twice at the United Nations. She has been guest of hundreds of TV and radio shows to talk about her findings. And her interest on the subject started with her personal experience, because Dr. Atwater was raped, miscarried, and died 3 times in 3 months. She's going to talk about that today. She had a near-death experience each time. So she wrote a book to tell about her own story. This book is called I Died 3 Times in 1997, The Complete Story. It is available on Amazon.com. And Dr. Atwater became a researcher in the field of near-death studies because she was told during one of these near-death experience by the voice that she called The Voice Like No Other, another book that she wrote, to tell the story. This voice told her to tell the story, to write specific books, and she did. So she wrote so many books, and I could continue over and over and over to introduce you, Dr. Atwater. Welcome. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. Your journey is just unbelievable and amazing. I'm very honored to have you with us. Welcome and thank you.
Hello, everybody. Yes, very happy to be here.
Thank you.
Some people say, you know, why do you do all this research? And I say, because I was told in my 3rd near-death experience, by what I call the voice like none other, to do this work.
They told you to.
Very specific. And I'll quote, test revelation.
Yes.
You are to do the research, 1 book for each death. Then it showed me what that meant. It did not name book 1. It did name books 2 and 3. Book 2 is future memory. It's out there.
Yes, yes.
Book 3 is a manual for developing humans. That, of course, is out there. And I've been doing.
And this book has won some awards, I think, huh? The Silver Nautilus Award, if I can remember.
Yes, it did. Yes.
Right.
So hey, I've been
yes, you've been there, huh?
I've been doing this for 44 years. Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's incredible. Well, Doctor, I have a very basic question, because our audience may not know what we're talking about when we're talking about
Okay.
near-death experience. Can you please describe this phenomenon, and can you explain so that they have a clear idea about that?
Sure.
Please.
You betcha. Let me quote from the International Association for Near-Death Studies.
Yeah.
The NDE, the near-death experience, is an intense awareness, sense, or experience of otherworldliness, whether pleasant or unpleasant, that happens to people who are at the edge of death. It is of such magnitude that most experiencers are deeply affected, many to the point of making significant changes in their lives afterward. Now, this is what is consistently found by medical doctors. The phenomenon includes out-of-body experiences, clear enhanced consciousness, significant self-identity with emotions, cognition, which is thought perception, full use of faculties, intact memories when the brain is not working, when the heart is not working, when the lungs are not working. So all of this occurs while the individual is dead or nearly dead.
Clinically dead.
Clinically dead.
Right. Which you have lived. Well, I've lived. Which you have experienced, because you can have lived near that experience. What a paradox, my God.
And it can happen to anybody at any place, all over the world. You know, I wrote the big book of near-death experiences. That's an encyclopedia of the whole worldly, phenomenon. But in my more recent study, which is in the Forever Angels, near-death experiences in childhood and their lifelong impact, I then researched specifically those who had their near-death experience between birth and the age of 5.
Oh my God.
Really zeroed in on those in particular. I've written about children's cases before, but this time I wanted to zero in on that. And I want to say to everybody,